Welcome back to FM Storey. We're into the second half of season 9 of the save where we try to end the dominance of Celtic and Rangers, and things are going outstandingly well so far. We've already won the League Cup. We're still in the Scottish Cup. We finished third in the league phase of the Champions League, so we're through to the round of 16, and we're currently 8 points clear at the top of the table with games in hand on the teams around us. We do have a big game coming up to begin the episode against Rangers. If we can avoid defeat in that game, it'll go a long way to helping see us as serious title contenders for this season. And without further ado, let's get into the action. So this is the side we've picked for the game against Rangers. We are going in with the 4-2-4, just because we've had some success against them this season. With that, we ended the last episode with a 1-1 draw against Celtic. If we can avoid defeat in this game, it'll go a long way to helping us be favourites for the title. This is the last time we play either Rangers or Celtic before the split as well, so hopefully once we get past this, we've got a decent run of games, so if we can avoid defeat in this, then once the split comes, we should be in a pretty decent position to secure the title. So we're going 4-2-4, they're going 4-4-2. Right, a throw for them deep in our half. Rodriguez wins it back. Kerr gives it away on the edge of our own box, basically Smith Rowe. Luckily he doesn't hit the target, but we need to be much better in defensive areas than this if we're going to play such an attacking formation. Elise bringing it forwards into Medina in midfield. Casanova onto Mikel. Laterna in space in the box. It's a good sign that we cut them open that easily, but we need to be doing better. The cross in and the shot goes wide. Right, long from the goalkeeper. Our defender missed the header. Elise picks it up, finds Danny Smith at right back. Down the line to Kerr, who goes past his fullback. Casanova, what a ball for Medina. What a goal. 1-0 up. Oh, or is it? It looked like he timed the run brilliantly. And it looks like he did. So Danny Smith down the line to Kerr, who goes past his forward, plays it infield to Casanova, who basically just takes a couple of turns, lovely ball, and then Medina just passes it into the back of the net, past the keeper, and that's us 1-0 up. Oh, he was well onside as well, wasn't he? Right, Danny Smith in the right back position, back to Elise. What a dreadful pass. And luckily Zebra saved the day there. That was abysmal. I mean, a corner to come in, swung in by Garcia. We've got a head on it. And Kerr's raced to pick up the loose ball. And it drifts out for a throw-in for us. Right, Danny Smith with a free kick into the midfield for Medina. On to Casanova. Through to Mikel, who's breaking through the middle. Goes from distance. And it just grazes the top of the bar as it goes over. Unfortunately, Alan Kerr's picked up a knock, so he's gone off. We've brought Deli Basic on that right-hand side. Rodriguez with a free kick down the line. They've cleared, but Rodriguez to Medina. Trying to go down the outside. They've cleared it up in the air, but Santos finds Rodriguez. Laterna. Oh, they cut the ball out well there. Now they're breaking. Smith wins it back though. Medina, we've got 4-on-3 here. Just driving through the middle. What a finish. The defence just parted. Everyone went with the other players and just gave him space to run into, and he smashed it in from the edge of the box. And that's just 2-0 up, and it might actually be our year. Smith wins it back. Everyone went with the runners on the left the space open, and he beats the keeper from the edge of the area. And there we are, half-time, 2-0 up. I think on the balance of play we probably deserve it, although we have tried to give them a couple of goals with some lapses in judgment at the back. But luckily we're 2-0 up, and hopefully we can continue this on in the second half. Right, throw in for us, Laterna. back to Elise. Plays it out to the left-hand side. It's helped on. And now they're going to break. Sota can. One of our form players gives it away though. Rodriguez finds Deli Basic. Driving forward into the box. And fires it just too far across the goal, and it goes meant for a goal kick. Elise with a long throw. Laterna back to Elise. Almost a carbon copy of the last highlight so far. Drifting right across the pitch. Gets into the box. Pulls it back. There's Casanova. That's 3-0. And we might have actually developed a pretty decent squad here. We might be starting to see the dominant end. This is going to put us 11 points clear of Rangers. We're 14 points clear of Celtic, although they've got a game in hand. Right, Santos with a free kick. What a ball. No one made the run apart from Castro. The keeper didn't come for it, but unfortunately Castro just couldn't hit the target. And there we go, full time, 3-0 victory. Pretty dominant performance. Now we just need to push on in the league and see if we can secure a title. I think it would be Motherwell's only second title ever, first since about 1930s. So it would be a big achievement, but there's still a long way left to go this season. We're now approaching the middle of March, and we've got the second leg of the last 16 Champions League tie against Porto coming up. Since the game against Rangers at the beginning of the episode, things have gone reasonably well. We have had a few pretty poor performances in amongst things, but largely things have gone well. We followed up the victory against Rangers in the league with a win against Dundee away in the Scottish Cup. We then went to Aberdeen and were absolutely horrendous. We had a couple of goals disallowed in the second half, but didn't deserve really anything out of the game. But we bounced back with a comfortable 5-0 victory against Ross County, followed by another pretty comfortable 4-0 victory against Hearts. Livingston, we were really poor in the first half. We were 1-0 down, 2-1 down. We missed a penalty at 2-1. But luckily we had enough just to come back in the second half. Came away with a 4-2 victory. We then followed that up with a 6-0 victory at home against Queen's Park. A 5-1 victory away at Kilmarnock. In the first leg against Porto, we got lucky in that they had a goal disallowed early on in the first half. We took the lead in the second half. They pulled up, go back with a penalty in the second half. So we go into the second leg at home with a 1-1 tie, basically. And then the most recent game against Livingston, in the end, a pretty comfortable 4-1 victory. They did peg us back to 1-1, but a couple of goals very, very late on made it look a lot more secure than it was. And that was in the Scottish Cup quarter-final. So we're through to the semi-final of the Scottish Cup, where we've been drawn against Hearts. And we've got 4 league games left before the split. As far as the league is concerned, we're already guaranteed to have qualified for the Europa League. We are currently top, 11 points clear of Celtic. They've got a game in hand on us. We are 16 points ahead of Rangers in third, and 22 points ahead of Dundee United in fourth. And we've still got the top 3 average ratings. We've got the top 2 goal scorers. We've got the top 2 assists. We've been outstanding this season. After 29 games, we've got a goal difference of plus 87. One of only 4 teams in the entire league with a positive goal difference. We've scored 109 goals already this season. And we've still got another 9 games left to go in the league. But for now, the focus turns back to the Champions League and this tie against Porto. We do have some injury issues, but hopefully we've got enough to get a win. Although we did beat Porto in the league phase, we've drawn with them in the first leg, so hopefully it's not a sign of a pattern, and hopefully they're not going to win the away leg to see them through. So this is the side that we've picked for the second leg. As we said, we've got some injury issues, so Zebra has got a fractured arm, so Callum McKenna's having to play in goal. And then the main issues we've got are in the midfield. So Andrei Klemenko's injured, Carlos Medina's injured, and obviously with the players we sold in January, we're having to play Finn McAllister in the defensive midfield role, and we've got Rodriguez and Kokora as the midfield two. We don't have an awful lot of options midfield-wise on the bench. I think we've only got really Lennon Miller that can play in there, so we are kind of down to the bare bones as far as that's concerned. But hopefully we can put in a performance to see us go through. So we're going in with a 4-3-3, they're going with a 4-4-2. Evan Nielsen was a constant threat in the first leg, so hopefully we can keep him quiet. Nothing much happening early on in this game. A real quiet first half, devoid of any highlights so far. Right, they've got a throw in our half. A ball over, looking for Noosa, who's got up ahead of Danny Smith. And we said that Evan Nielsen was the real threat in the first leg, and he's proved it yet again there with a very acrobatic finish. Basically, give Filicon too much time in the ball. Noosa gets the header, and Evan Nielsen's the one that reacts first, hooks it over the keeper, and we are in some bother now. Right, a corner for them. Aim for the far post. It's still in and around the box. Oh. I thought that I just snuck in at the near post there. Another corner. In swinger. We've got a head on that one, got it clear. It's still alive. Santos wins it back, goes down the line. Well, half time, 1-0 down. We've been abysmal. We've not even had a highlight of our own. I think, given the issues we've had in midfield, we might just need to go to the 4-2-4 and see if we can create some chances that way. Right, so we've changed things up. We've gone to the 4-2-4 just to see if we can create some chances that way. Elise out wide to Smith. Goes down the line to Kerr, who goes past his fullback, but then runs straight back into him. They've gone long down the line, but Elise tidies it up. Rodriguez. What was that? Oh my God. You could not write that. You couldn't have picked him out any better if you tried. Oh. Right, we are in some serious bother now. Right, a corner. Curtis, take it, swings it in. Hideroa's header hits the post and goes behind. Right, a throw in for them. Oh, Kokora nicks it. Finds Casanova. Driving into the box. Basically just runs straight into the defender. Santos down the line looking for Laterna. Back to Rodriguez on the edge of the box. And drills his shot wide. Right, we've got a corner. Perez swings it in. Hideroa gets his head on it and heads it over the top. And we are rapidly running out of time here. Full time. And we've lost 2-0 at home. And that is actually probably our worst performance of the season, coming at exactly the wrong time. Just not clinical enough. We should have scored, we didn't. And it's the end of the Champions League adventure for this season. Although, I mean, it's a good job that it looks like we're going to be getting back there next season. But I think we should have won that over the 2 legs. We've made it to the end of March and we've played a couple of games since we went out of the Champions League. We picked pretty much fully rotated teams for both the games. The first one, we came away pretty comfortable 3-0 victors against Aberdeen. The second one, we were on top against Dundee United. We got a goal early in the second half, got another one late on. They pulled a consolation goal back in injury time with a penalty, but we weren't really in any kind of threat of losing that match. As far as the league's concerned, we have now guaranteed qualification for the Champions League. We've got 7 games left in the season. We're 8 points clear of Celtic, 18 points clear of Rangers. So obviously looking at all of that, we're not going to finish in outside the top 3. It's going to take a massive collapse for us to even finish second, let alone third. What we have found is that although we've rotated the team a bit after the European exit, but Kevin Meikle seems to have gone off the boil a bit. He doesn't seem to have scored for a while. But overall, things are still going brilliantly. We're in the Scottish Cup semi-final. We're in pole position in the league. So overall, so far this season, we could still manage a domestic treble. Things are going pretty well. And that's the end of another episode. Obviously, as we said, we're in a pretty strong position in the league. We're in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup against Hearts, so hopefully we can make it to the final. And we're still on at the moment for a domestic treble. So thanks for watching, and join us next time to see if we can manage that treble.